Hi everyone, my name is Shelby, and this week with them we are going to be collecting arthropods, which are some bugs, and we're going to be doing that through pitfall trapping. So the materials that you'll need for that are a plastic cup and maybe a lid for it. You're going to need either a piece of wood, it could also be a piece of cardboard, anything sturdy and small. This is about 6 inches by 6 inches. Something to dig with, you could always use your hands. And to prop up the little piece of wood that you have, you might want to use some rocks. These are using screws, but rocks would be just fine as well. So I've already dug a hole here that is big enough for my cup to fit into. So I'm going to get my plastic cup here, and I'm going to leave the lid on because this will help us when we're leveling it out with the ground. So I'm going to put it in here and check to see how good it is and level with the ground. We want to make sure it's perfectly flush with the ground so that a bug can crawl by and not notice that it's there and then fall right into your trap. So there's some gaps here, so I'm going to take my shovel and just get some of this loose dirt from when I dug it out and fill all of that in. All right, so now that it's all flat, I'm going to clear it off a little bit, and then I'm just going to take the lid off very carefully. There we go. And then I'm going to use my hands and make sure that it's all the way up to the edge of the cup. Because like we said, we want to make sure that any bugs that are crawling by can't tell that there's a little cup here, and we'll just fall right in. And we like to use these plastic cups because they're really smooth and they can't crawl out of them. So now that we have it all flush with the ground and in there, we're just gonna get our wooden lid here. And like I said, we use screws when we're out in the bosque, but you could always use like 4 different rocks or maybe some pieces of wood, anything that'll just prop this up. And this is to give the bugs inside a little bit of shade, and as well to keep animals maybe from sticking their noses in there and eating whatever is in there. So we will come back in 2 days and check it out. All right, it's been 48 hours and let's check our trap now. So I'm going to take the lid off carefully. I'm going to open it kind of away from myself in case there's anything inside of it that might come out. And then I'm going to carefully pull the cup out. I'm just going to dump it into our plastic bag here. I'm going to make sure to get it all the way around the cup so nothing falls out. Dump it over, give it a little tap, pull the cup out, and then I'm going to close the bag. And let's see what we got. So I got an ant and a cricket and a lot of roly-polies or pill bugs. I think there's a little spider right there. But we'll take all of this back with us.
We're at the Montaño campsite, setting our surface active arthropod pitfall trapping, or traps, and we're on the D line. Setting 1 cup with a hole, 1 cup without a hole, shoving it in the ground, making it nice and flat, so we can trap all the arthropods in the area. Any precipitation from getting in there. We are vamping at the Montaño side. We are collecting arthropods today after 48 hours of leaving the traps out open. And this is trap number 15, and we're gonna see what we find in it. Alright, So we're gonna open away from us. The pokey staff is gonna go down. We're gonna double check that this is the trap that we want. 15, 15, we're good. And then we're gonna pull the cup and see what we find. What do we find? Some roly-polies, maybe some sailbags. They look pretty sad too, so we're gonna put them in the bag kind of quick. Alright, I'm gonna flip it over. Check that everything is clean. Whoop. I'm gonna close the bag as quick as we can, no air. Ta-da! That's the bag. And now we're gonna make sure that we put the lid back on, completely closed, so no accidental collection is made during the time. Perfect. Put it in, and the wood lid back on, and we're gonna press it down. We're good to go.
At Limitar, there's always a good chance of finding a pretty cool velvet ant. This is the 4th trapped state insect at the Bemp Bosque de Apache site. If these things scare entomologists, they definitely scare me.
So Laura and I were hiking between the Montano and Savannah site collecting arthropods, and we came across this ton of sugar ants all over the trail, and then a huge blob of them. And a cicada killer came and checked out this area for a few moments and scared us off. So yeah, not sure what's happening, but this is pretty cool. Stay tuned. We'll get entomologist Matt Leister involved, and he can explain what's happening here.